Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to talk about a mod called UCO, or Unified Clothing Overhaul. Now this mod is very cool because it basically takes away all the limitations you had between adding clothing and armor at the same time on your character. So what I'm talking about is the layer feature, which is the second one down on the list, and it basically says armor pieces can be worn over full body armor. So this is really cool in just making your character look awesome instead of having to pick and choose what you really want to wear. Also, the first one says you can upgrade all your clothes with ballistic weave lining, which was previously only allowed if you finished with the railroad, and now you can upgrade everything with ballistic weave, and you can have some really insane damage resistance. Also, you can change the color of most items, so if I wanted to have black, white, red, green colored armor, I can change that color. Also, if you don't want armor to show up, you can actually change it to invisible, and then it just won't appear, but you still have the effects. You can change the faction decals on your armor as well, and one of the coolest things you can do is you can use something called legendary swap. So you can take a legendary effect off of a piece of armor, and you can place it onto the piece of armor of your choice. So if you like having a buff of a certain piece of armor, but you don't like the way it looks, you can take that perk off and put it on a different piece of armor that you do like the way it looks. And you can make it fit a certain style while still gaining the effects from the perk. Also, with any piece of armor, you can change the type from light to medium to heavy variants, so you get different types of resistances along with that, as well as the aesthetic looks of having bigger, bulkier armor with the heavy setting. And if we scroll down a little bit, you have crafting, and you can actually craft a lot of the different pieces of armor, weapons, ammo, basically everything in the game you can craft at your chemistry station. So basically now you just have a list of all the items in the game that you can craft at your will. And last but not least, you have costumes, which you can just craft different costumes, and you have different outfits for dog meat as well, which is kind of funny. So now I've played around with this for a little bit, and I found a setting that looks really cool. So this is my character right now. And what I have on him right now is heavy metal armor, as well as a helmeted spike armor. And I've upgraded all of these, or almost all of these with, oh actually I haven't upgraded any of them with ballistic weave, but if I upgrade them with the ballistic weave, I believe, I get about 500 damage resistance for both the damage and energy. So I'm really tough with everything ballistic weaved. Also, I even put a legendary effect on the spike armor, which makes me go invisible when I crouch and harder to spot when I'm sneaking. So it's really cool what you can do. You can even put legendary effects on your power armor. And this works with almost every piece of full body armor, as well as the individual pieces. You do get some clipping with some pieces, but you just have to experiment and figure out what you like. So if I put on the radiation suit, you can see it kind of clips through in some areas. So if I wanted to, I could take off the chest piece because the arms look fine, but you just have to figure out what works and what you like. So you can see right here, the chest piece doesn't really work because the collar is clipping through it, so if I wanted to, I could just remove the chest piece. And it's probably going to look a lot better now. Yep. And you'll notice I'm wearing McCready's duster right now, and what I did is I came over here. If he wasn't using it, I would be able to craft, and you basically just have a list of different things you can craft. So if I go, I see armor is up here. You basically have every single piece of armor and clothing in the game. You even have unique pieces like Kellogg's outfit. I can just spawn in as many of these as I want. I can change the color of them, anything. So it's really cool what you can do. So you can see right here I'm actually wearing a army helmet and a gas mask, and it looks really good. There's no clipping at all. The only thing you have to watch out for is things that cover your entire head, like the assault gas mask is basically a hood. So you can't wear this and the helmet at the same time, which would be pretty cool, but it just doesn't work that way. So things that cover your entire head and things that cover your face tend to be a little bit different. So now what I'm going to show you is how the legendary swap works. So basically this piece has VATS enhanced on it. So once you take it off, you basically have a VATS enhanced perk that you can place on any other piece of armor. And as you can see, I've already done it to 2 more pieces, and it's not like they disappear or you have to do one at a time. You can basically strip the perks off of many pieces of armor and then apply them all to different pieces. So you can actually have quite a few at the same time ready to go. Now it's simple enough to just place it on regular armor, but something that's really cool you can actually do is place it on your power armor as well. And this can be perks from regular pieces of armor that you just wear on your character. You can take those perks off and put the perks on your power armor, just to be clear. So now my titanium helmet for my T60 power armor actually has the lucky effect on it, and if I wanted to, I could switch that to sharp or chameleon, VATS enhanced, anything. You can just switch it and it has no repercussions. Now I'm not sure about this. If it messes up, I'll probably reload the save, but if you can see, this is the Tesla armor, so it's technically already legendary. As you can see, it has the star next to the name. But I'm going to try putting on another perk as well and just see what happens. So now it's a sharp Tesla chest piece. So it basically has 2 legendary perks actually. And this is pretty interesting because you can't take the Tesla perk off, so it simply shows up as there's no perk on it already. And something cool is if you want to have a jetpack, but you don't want to have the chameleon variant of the chest piece, which let me see what that is. The stealth boy. If you want to have the jetpack, but you also want to go invisible, you can simply put the chameleon perk on your jetpack, and then it makes it so you can do both. You can use a jetpack, and you go invisible when you crouch as well. So overall, I really, really like this mod because it just gives you the freedom to customize your character and also have the legendary perks you want on the armor all at the same time. It also gives you the freedom to basically make any piece of armor you want at any time and really just customize your character to the fullest extent. So that's about it for UCO, or Unified Clothing Overhaul. I do plan to do more mod reviews, so make sure you stay tuned. And like I said, that about does it for this video, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like and share. It really helps with the video's performance. And as always, thanks for watching.
Got a doll baby, I love her so. Nothing else like her anywhere you go. A man, she's anything but